Yo, what's going on, guys? It's me, Jedi. So let's take a look at the flat earth theory. So there's a bunch of these guys out here who are basically saying that the earth is flat and that it's not round. And now, of course, there's so much scientific evidence showing that this is completely false. And we have pictures from the satellite every 5 to 10 minutes. I think it's online. You can go check it out. It keeps updating with new pictures of the earth from the satellite station, which shows that the earth is round. But now, all this stuff is just a bunch of conspiracy theories and it's all fake, right? Yeah, sure. So let's just say that none of these things are true. Let's take a look at what they're saying, right? So the flat earthers are basically just saying two things. Number one, that it's completely flat, and then that we can't really go around and travel. And they're saying that number two is that there's this entire huge line of ice in Antarctica, to the point that once you go to that line of ice, you can't get to the other side because it's flat. So then you're gonna just fall off. That's why you never cross it, because there's a huge line of ice that goes all the way into the heavens, because even planes can't go through. So that is why you can't travel across the world, right? So now let's break this down into things that English that we can actually understand. So let's start with the first thing that they said, that you cannot travel around the world. It is possible. You actually, yes, can travel around the world. If you were to imagine the earth as an apple, right, which is basically what it is, or an orange, I think it's better because it's a circle, you could actually poke a pen through the USA and you could pull it out the other side in Asia, which is exactly how it works, because that is how the landscape of the earth is. Now, of course, if you don't want to believe in the satellite stations and stuff, that's great. Let's look at the Antarctica flat ice thing. So if there is a sheet of ice going through Antarctica, then how is it that people are actually living there, aka Eskimos, who are actually people who live in Antarctica, people who send us stuff from there, people who travel back and forth, and actually traveling around the earth is possible because people do it all the time. People going from China to the US, people going from India to Europe, people do that all the time. So you could clearly go around. It's not that big of a deal. And people who travel can easily travel across. And if you were to look into the horizon, into a beach, you can clearly see the curve, and that is a pretty good clear indication that it happens. But the final point that I want to say, the point that kind of seals this whole thing shut, is time zones. Why is it that we have different time zones? Because if the earth was flat, then the sun would just shine, and then everybody would have sun at all times. And then if the sun moved, then nobody would have sun, right? So why do we have time zones? You could clearly just see that that's a possibility, because you could have one of your friends in California, the other one in Boston, and you could just FaceTime each other, and then for one of you it's in the morning, the other one is at night. Why? Or it's like 3 hours difference. Why? It's because of the fact that there is a time zone. It's because of the fact that the earth is round. So that is why we have the entire circumference of it. That is how the sun travels. So myth busted. So guys, this is what we're going to be doing now. Since the election's over, we're going to go into myths. So send me some of your favorite myths and I will break them. I will bust them for you right here. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Bye.